What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. Uh, I got 8 jobs now, so I don't get a chance to make many of these videos. Plus, I have to worry about whether I do anything off-putting. Will be running for president, so I'll be making more videos when the time comes. But for now, I just want to give a shout out. Thank you. I want to give a shout out to Gail. I want to give a shout out to Joe, Just Joe, and to Bang Him and Leave Him. Anybody that's been watching my videos since 2007, say it together, say it loud, say it proud. We never go down. Still long the queues, right? But who cares? The trade today was shorting space, and now I'm retired 3 times over. The company's got zero revenue. Zero going on, zero. The company's worth 0, legitimately less than 0. You know, I took a beating on it when it got squeezed a couple of months ago. You know, I was long the stock and I did well on the first move up from the 10 to the 35. And then it went all tragically wrong. I've been on the wrong side of that trade for 18 months until today. Because now I only trade VWAP, right? So I can have an idea. I'll have an idea about what I want to do, but I'm not going to do it unless it's validated by the VWAP. Space short today was the reason I'm still doing this for a living, the reason I still teach this, the reason that people still keep coming back, because the trade on space today was enough for the day, the week, the month, maybe just made you a year on this trade. And it wasn't the enormity of the money that was made. It was the fact that the stock went to the exact price of the multiple time frame VWAP, and then it hit a second day VWAP. So the entry price was $59.85. The target was 53, and it went there. And it's something that I really can't explain it anymore, except the fact, the same explanation I've been giving for the last 9 years now. The market trades on VWAP. That's it. So where are we? In 2009, the government of the United States of America and the Chinese government, the communist scumbags that they are, took over pretty much the market. They saved capitalism, even though it's kind of weird that communist China would come to our rescue, but that's what happened. We borrowed money from China to save the market. Whether or not we pay them back or not, you know, we threatened not to pay them back. They released a pandemic onto us. And if you don't think that's true, it is. But more importantly, right, in 2009, the governments of the world and the Illuminati took over the market, but only about 65% of it. It wasn't until the pandemic where the governments and the Illuminati rise up and said, you know what, fuck this. Capitalism is over. The free markets are an illusion. We're taking over the market. We're going to keep interest rates at 0. And there's nowhere else to make money unless you're in the market or you have enough money to buy real estate, income-bearing real estate. There's nowhere else to make your money. So that's the scam. The scam is the market never goes down. You can lose money in the market because you buy worthless pieces of shit stocks like Wish and CCIV and junky biotech stocks that you don't know anything about. If you buy the QQQ, by definition, you can't lose. Every dip since inception has been bought. We're at all-time highs. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. So to Gail, criminally negligent, I'm irresponsible and criminally negligent to say the market will never go down, but it never does go down. It goes down once in a while, but then it goes right back up. So did it really go down? No, it didn't. Because if you're an investor, you're in it, right? But if you're a trader, this is the greatest trading I've ever seen in the history of trading. I've never seen anything work like this before. So the joke and the thing that we've been doing is take the high quality day trades and then buy the Qs with the money you've made, 20%. So if you make $100 today, you throw 20 bucks in the Qs. You make $2 grand today, take 10 grand today, take 2 grand, put it into the Qs. When the market goes down, all we're going to do is we're going to hedge the Qs, but we won't own any other stocks, so we have nothing to worry about. So I'm going to be 100% out of the markets completely by July 11th. I hope the market goes down. I don't think it's going to, but if it happens to go down, right when earnings season gets started, again, it's not going to matter to me because I don't own stocks. But if the Qs ever dip to any, if we have a 20% move, what's the first thing you're going to do this time? Buy the Qs. And if the overall market crashes and everything's getting trounced, remember this: Halliburton, QQQ. Halliburton is the Illuminati. Halliburton, QQQ. Halliburton and the QQQ. And then call me and tell me how you're doing 3 years after the crash. You'll be up 300% across the board. Been working for me forever. You know what else has been working for me also? Buying dips when Hindenburg Research or Citron Research calls somebody a short. You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about? Hindenburg Research. Now, Hindenburg's not as bad as Citron. Citron is so bad that they stopped doing what they were doing. Citron Research was a notorious shorter. Something I love. I love shorting stocks. But these guys were so awful, so bad, and so fraudulent that it's amazing that they didn't all get arrested. And I hope one day they all do. I really, really hope they get arrested because what they were doing was a scam. They would short a stock and then make this bold announcement about how the stock that they're short is some sort of fraud or a scam going on or a conspiracy or something. And they said they had all this information that you should be shorting the stock. Do you think Citron Research was shorting the stock when they made the announcement? No, they were short the stock weeks before they make the announcement. They make the announcement to get everybody to sell it short so they could cover all of their stock on that day. So if you look at their track record, 9 out of 10 stocks that they've told you to short were amazing buys. Same thing with Hindenburg Research. You think Hindenburg Research was shorting DraftKings? Hindenburg Research put out a report about a week and a half ago. I'm laughing internally, but I'm too tired now not to laugh. Hindenburg Research put out a report 2 weeks ago that DraftKings might have mob ties. It's a gambling website. They might have mob ties. It's a gambling website. They might have mob ties and unscrupulous people involved in some of their dealings. It's a gambling website. They might have mob ties. It's a gambling website. They might have mob ties. Yeah. Stock went down to $42 on that report. Where is it now? 10 points higher. You know why? Because if you notice with DraftKings, before Hindenburg Research put that report out, the stock had fallen from 75 to 50. Who do you think was shorting it from 75 to 50? Then they released their report. It gets it to go down that much more so they can cover without ripping the stock to the upside. And that's the manipulation that goes on Wall Street across the board forever. Analysts are not your friend. Researchers are not your friend. CNBC is not your friend. You only have one friend left. It's me and VWAP and the person that tells you the truth about the markets. That's it. If you didn't short space today, you're clueless and you probably should give up trading. No joke. If you didn't short space today, you have absolutely zero knowledge about what's going on in the world of trading. Check yourself before you wreck yourself because it's going to be over before you know it. All right? I'm not the best at this. I trade 100th of what I used to trade, but I'm the greatest carnival barker you'll ever see. Information, actionable ideas. And here's the thing. You know I charge for you guys to be in my chat room, right? I charge a stupid amount of money to be in there. You know why? Because everybody in there is doing pretty well. And here's what I do. If you guys don't know me yet, call me or send me an email. I give you a link to watch me perform like a monkey in front of you live. 2 weeks go by, right? 2 weeks go by and you see what I do, you're going to want to know more. So maybe you dip your toe in, you pay for something for 3 or 4 months. But then 3 or 4 months, I'm going to blow your mind. You're going to realize that these trades that I set up for you and how I teach you how to do this is really the gospel of the market. And then you'll want to stay forever. Nobody does what I do. Nobody has that business model. I don't care. I don't care. Show up. Anybody in this industry who's come to my chat room that's actually spent 2 weeks with us has stayed at least for another month. And if you actually do spend 6 weeks with us, 2 free weeks and 1 month, maybe take that class that I give, but it's not about the class. It's seeing these trades live. And then knowing why we were doing these trades is where you want to get to. 18 months to 2 years, you'll be a master at it, because you got to live through a couple of cycles. You got to live through a couple of earnings seasons. You got to live through a crash, a boom, and a bust. And you'll get a pretty good feel. I'm jaded and cynical and, what's that word? I don't care. Nonchalant. I could be that way. You want to get there. But today was some of the easiest money of the year. ALF broke over recent highs, went to 2250. Space short. QQQ never goes down. You bought it on Friday for the Monday morning gap. All we ever do is gap up on Mondays on the Qs. And then there's everything else. Then you had, MRIN and whatever bullshit name you wanted to go after that's up 600%. There's always 5 of those. The only other trade I did was BlackBerry. BlackBerry reported terrible earnings. The stock sucked balls all day, all night. The stock sucked, and then sucked some more. So when something sucks that much on a Friday, generally the Monday following, it has the follow-through move. Because a lot of times stocks will suck on Fridays because they get pinned to the options where they're trading around. And the stock will just meander and do nothing. And then Monday, it makes the follow-through move. So again, we were just looking for any reason to buy the dip on BlackBerry. Guess what? You know what I'm about to say. It broke VWAP. And then it broke a half number. It's not some sort of monster trade, but again, one monster, 2 base hits, you've had yourself a great day. So come and join us. If you haven't come to my website, I'll be doing another class on July 17th. Basically going to cover everything I just spoke about. And that's it. I mean, by far the greatest trading I've ever seen, ever. There is no more 1999. This is it. This is the best trading you'll ever see. This is the greatest market you'll ever see. And whether or not you want to suspend your disbelief to the reasons why it's so awesome, just accept it. The governments of this world have taken over the market. It's the greatest casino ever. And that's all it is. Treat it like a casino. It is a Ponzi scheme. It is manipulated. It is a pyramid scheme. It is awful. It's all fraudulent, and it is a scam. But if you trade around VWAP, you are the scammer. You're the manipulator, not the manipulated. You're the victimizer, not the victim. Don't be a dick. Vote click. I'll see you in 2024.